Alright, so today I'm coming at y'all with a new video. Alright. So today we're gonna be talking about leasing and financing, alright? And the way I look at it is leasing as in low risk to no reward. And I look at financing as high risk to reward, high reward, you know. So we're gonna touch on leasing first, alright? So with leasing, typically you get 12,000 miles per year to drive, right? And you get 3 years, so that's 36,000 miles you get to drive. All right. But the thing about leasing is, it's always typically, not always. I mean, yeah, damn, always. It's always lower than goddamn financing. Always. So that's why people consider it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's always lower. Because the monthly is lower. And sometimes they always have leasing deals, really. Like, I know the Hellcat and got a goddamn leasing deal for $5.99 a month. You can't beat that, you know what I'm saying? But after them 3 years now, you get to turn that car in and have nothing, you know what I'm saying? You have no negative equity. You owe them nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's just over with, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta worry about trying to sell the car, none of that. It's just it. Now the low risk, low reward come in and when you turn it in, you won't own nothing. But guess what? You won't get nothing either. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to own the car, none of that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can do that will get you a low reward, but with like 4 more years or 3 more years, is if you finance the car afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But who want to do that? I mean, some people want to do that shit, but not me. But the pros of leasing is, let's say you see a car you want, you know what I'm saying, but you don't think it's the best for you at the time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you just think 3 years, you know what I'm saying? 3 years, I'll get my money worth out of this shit. So you basically renting it for 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Unless you want to try owning it after. So you rent it for 3 years. After 3 years, you return that shit, and you get the new one. Or you just say, fuck it. And just start looking for a different car or some shit like, you know what I'm saying? But after the 3 years, you're done for. But you get 3 options, though. You can either just say fuck it, return that shit, get them the key. Number 2 is you can say, hey, I actually like this car right here, this exact car, so I'm gonna go ahead and finance it. And number 3 is you can say, hey, I like the car, but I want the goddamn newer model. So that's different ways. That's 3 different ways you can do about that. Now with financing is why I call it high risk, high reward, you know what I'm saying? So typically the terms are, you know what I'm saying, 5 to 6 years of ownership, depending on how much you're trying to pay her or whatever monthly. But the trick about that is it's always higher. Probably like 2 times higher than goddamn leasing, depending on the damn car. Alright, so now with financing, the high risk part is basically if you're trying to trade in the car before the 5 years, and let's say the car is worth $20,000 now, but you actually owe $30,000. That means you gonna have a negative equity of $10,000. So how that works now is you have to pay that $10,000. It just don't damn disappear. You have to pay that $10,000. You can either pay it just by paying it, or let's say you get in your new car, they can roll it over to your new car. So if your new car is cost $30,000, now it's gonna be cost $40,000. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. Cause they trying to get all their money worth. So they ain't gonna go for nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And the high reward part is, let's say you go through all 5-6 years of paying for this thing. You go through that, you own this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want with this shit now. Goddamn, turn it into charity. I don't know who the hell gonna do that shit unless you just rich. But I ain't goddamn rich, so I'm not turning my shit to charity. Cause I actually finished paying for my car, you know what I'm saying? Now I do whatever I want with it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do too much because I'm not trying to fuck up the engine, none of that shit. So, but that's the pros of financing the car, you know what I'm saying? Another con of leasing the car is basically you can't really do whatever the fuck you want to do. So don't think you're gonna be out here fucking up the engine, putting supercharged and all that shit on it. No, you're not gonna do none of that shit unless you can change that shit exactly back to stock. Cause when you return that shit, it gotta be exactly like how you got that shit. So if you come to Walmart or something like that and goddamn somebody dent that shit, you have to fix it. Or when you return it, they'll give you a fee on how much they gonna charge to fix it. But that's probably gonna be skyrocketed or some shit like that. So I advise you probably fix it by your damn self. I mean, that's pretty much it, you know what I'm saying? But the most reason why people lease is because the payments, really. Because I'm thinking about getting me a Hellcat, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like leasing, you know what I'm saying? I never leased a car in my life, but they got a great deal on the Hellcats right now, for real. Y'all check that out. You can lease a Hellcat now for $5.99 a month. That's a great deal for a damn Hellcat. 707 horsepower for $5.99 a month. That's a great deal. But that beats financing though. If you try to finance a damn Hellcat, a new one, that shit probably like $1,200 a month. You know what I'm saying? So that saves some people, you know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. But to me, I think I'm gonna always finance my cars because any car I get, I want to keep that car for the rest of his life. So I think I'm gonna finance, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, but it's a, you know what I'm saying, it's a win-lose situation, you know what I'm saying, with both of them. Cause you finance the car and then, you know what I'm saying, I'm over here saying that I'm gonna keep that shit, but let's say I change my mind. I'm like, God damn, the new one look way better now. Well, now I got negative equity. Negative damn equity. Now I'm fucked, you know what I'm saying? But if you the guy that leased it, now you over here happy because, hey, you can just trade that shit in at 3 years. Just get the damn new one. No negative equity. None of that shit going on. So, I mean, it's pros and cons to what you're doing. I'm just here to give you little informational ways of, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I help somebody out. Hopefully y'all help me out by liking the video, subscribing, all that, you know what I'm saying? Just like that, I'm gonna be out, alright? Might as well just get to y'all right now, you know what I'm saying? That was a corner right there, you know what I'm saying? I had to slow it down right there. But y'all can still hear that thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hear that? Yeah. Yeah, let me hit a little, nice little. But yeah, y'all like and subscribe to the boy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all like and subscribe to the boy. Badman thing this, you see it? Anyway, you're there. Cause you not kill nobody attack, you attack. Pick up the man 90 baht like a dog. See? Wheel spin, you see it? just like that to be done, that's it. But I'm gonna keep checking the like and subscribe, and you know what I'm saying, new video always I come still. So I'm not gonna link me still. Support the thing, man, yo. That's it. Big man thing that, that's it. Alright then.